The next segment of the READ model is the experience segment. This segment of the READ model consists of the devices which emphasizes on the importance of experiencing the product which would be used by the consumers. These devices reveal hidden areas which are difficult to discuss or observe. Device 43rd of the experience segment to design products is in others' shoes. Experience the feelings of the users while consuming or using the product. The designers need to understand the problems and limitations of the special conditions of the consumers for designing the product. The designers can wear earplugs or heavy clothing to simulate the limitations of the end users. These experiences are important to understand the conditions of the users so as to design a right product for the consumers. Example: while designing the chair for heavy and bulky people, the designers wore special clothing to put on extra weight to simulate the experience of the user. Device 43rd of the experience segment to design services is in others' shoes. Experience the feelings of the users while consuming or using the service. The designers need to understand the problems and limitations of the special conditions of the consumers for designing the service. The designers experience the website navigation and shopping experience at a department store to understand the problems faced by the customers. These experiences are important to understand the feelings of the users so as to design the right service for the consumers. Example: the online garments marketplace was completely redesigned after designers found it to be confusing and repulsive due to lack of clarity and poor navigation. Device 44th of the experience segment to design products is extreme usage. Check for the extreme users and their various actions which can cause products to fail. This analysis helps in understanding the extreme uses of the product and in identifying the design modifications which could protect the product from breaking down. Identify the extreme users of the product and check for the eccentric ways the product could be used. Considering these users as the future consumers of the product, modify the design to safeguard the product from failing. Example: to design a new ballpoint pen, the team of the designers analyzed all the users, especially extreme users, to develop a robust design of the product. Device 44th of the experience segment to design services is extreme usage. Consider the extreme consumers and their various activities and actions which can create problems in service delivery. This analysis helps in understanding the extreme consumption of the service and in identifying the design modifications which could minimize the problems in service delivery. Identify the extreme users of the service and check for the eccentric ways the service could be consumed by these people. Considering these users as the future consumers of the service, modify the processes and design of the service to make it more flexible and accommodating. Example: to design the public playground, the designers considered all types of extreme users of the park to make it more usable by the people. Device 45th of the experience segment to design products is use as consumer. Use the product with the customer at their locations. This is useful to understand, observe, and experience the product usage at the right location, revealing unknown problems and context. Use the designed product at the location of the customer and use it in various ways, which could be decent or aggressive. Note the experiences, feelings, and observations while using the product. Example: designers used oral care product at the consumer's home exactly in the real conditions in which the product would be used to understand the product's positive and negative points. Device 45th of the experience segment to design services is use as consumer. Consume the service as a consumer. This is useful to understand, observe, and experience the service consumption at the right location, revealing unknown problems and context. Consume the designed service at the delivery point as customer and notify the experiences, feelings, and observations while consuming the service. Example: designers use the designed online shopping portal posing as various types of customers at different locations to understand their experiences for improving the shopping experience. Device 46 of the experience segment to design products is design touching senses. Check for the human senses which would be touched by the product design. This understanding would help in refining the product design by making it soothing and gratifying for human senses. Observe and analyze the various ways in which the product design would touch the 5 human senses of the consumers. Understand its effect on the consumer's feelings and emotions. The design of the product must be pleasurable for the consumers to use. Example: the design of the lady's purse was tested for its pleasurable effect on the human senses. Device 46 of the experience segment to design services is design touching senses. Check for the human senses which would be touched with the service delivery. This understanding would help in refining the service delivery by making it soothing and gratifying for human senses. Observe and analyze the various ways in which the service delivery would touch the 5 human senses of the consumers. Understand its effect on the consumer's feelings and emotions. The design of the service must be pleasurable for the consumers to use. Example: the design of the point of sale counter was tested for its pleasurable effects on human senses. Device 47th of the experience segment to design products is robustness. Check the robustness of the product by aging it. This is helpful in understanding and estimating the life of the product. Use various methods to age the product and test its robustness and quality. Find the weak areas which can affect the age of the product negatively so as to modify the design accordingly. Example: the ready-made garments were tested for quality and durability by speed aging them in various conditions. Device 48th of the experience segment to design product is extreme environment and climates. Check the product operations in extreme environments and climates. This test is important to establish the quality and sustainability of the product design while using it internationally in various environments and climates. Test the design and product at numerous places which include different environments and climates. Identify the weak areas which could fail the products. Modify the design so that it sustains in extreme weather conditions. Example: the portable digital music player is tested extensively in simulated severe environments and climates for its functioning. Device 48th of the experience segment to design services is simulate. The designers should simulate the design of service delivery. These simulations are important for the evaluation of the concept and helps in revealing the hidden issues and problems which need attention of the designer. These simulations need to be iterated till a fine design is evolved. Note down all the finalized concepts of the service and simulate each idea. These ideas need to be tested by designers in various ways to reveal the weaknesses of the idea. This process needs to be repeated till the final working and satisfactory design concept is ready. Example: the script of the call center executive with the customer was simulated to perfect it. Device 49th of the experience segment to design product is training to use the product. Check for the ease of use of the product. Is any training required to use the product? This understanding is useful in keeping simplicity at the center of the design of the product. Distribute the prototype of the product to various users from laymen to experts and let them understand and use the product themselves without any support, training or guidance. Observe their experience and behavior to identify the design changes required in the product for simplifying its usage. Example, the newly developed Office utility software was tested with various executives to check for its user-friendly interface. Device 50th of the experience segment to design product is create working model. The designer should create the working model of the design concept of the product. These working models are important for evaluation of the concept and helps in revealing the hidden issues and problems which need attention of the designers. These concepts and working model need to be iterated till a proper working model is evolved. Note down all the finalized concepts of the product and develop the working model of each idea. These models need to be tested by designers in various ways to reveal the weaknesses of the idea. The required idea needs to be modified for correction and the model should be developed again for testing. This process needs to be repeated till the final working and satisfactory design concept is ready. Example, the design concept of the mobile phone needs to be iterated and the working model tested extensively to finalize the design of the mobile phone.